How's it going, everybody? It's me, your boy HoodlumScrafty, and we're back with some more Pokemon news, stuff like that. I've noticed you guys actually quite enjoy when I sit down in front of the camera and I just talk a bunch of, about a bunch of stuff. So, that's what I'm going to do today. Today, on the upload schedule this week so far is already broken. Mondays are usually meant to be roulettes, Tuesdays are meant to be ROM hack videos. Want to say sorry that this is not a ROM hack video. I'm I'm trying to get my life back on track. Like the convention threw me through a loop. I had a bunch of cleaning in the house to do, a bunch of just everything, just so much to do, and I'm also planning on streaming like in an hour, so there's that. I've just got with so much responsibilities. Okay, so I'm sorry there's not a ROM hack video today. This isn't a simple throwaway upload. This isn't like my attempt at just putting out something just to put out something. This is a video I wanted to make for a little bit because I saw this article. Pokemon Dev explains why your rivals aren't jerks anymore. So I wanted to read this, talk about it, discuss what do you guys think, because I saw Lotad tweet about it and he didn't seem very happy, and I was like, I wonder what the general, I guess, consensus on this is. And then I've also got Cerebi open because there's another interesting thing I want to talk about there. Anyways, yeah, missed Pokemon news, so I figured we'd catch up on it. This article was released 6 days ago, so I've been wanting to make this video since it came out, and I'm just now getting around to it. That's how just busy I am. So yeah, instead of a ROM hack video today, this is what you get. I'm sorry, it's not a ROM hack. I'm sorry, okay? I'll probably do another bootleg ROM hack video tomorrow, and then Thursday you will get your ROM hacks, okay? Probably. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best, okay? I'm only human. Anyway, in traditional Pokemon games, you set off your journey to become a Pokemon Master alongside a rival with whom you'll frequently battle and make your way to the Pokemon League. There's certainly still a case in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but unlike your smug foe in the original Yellow version, your rival in the Switch games is much friendlier, offering you advice and even occasionally gifting you items when you run into each other. This isn't new for the series. While your rivals in Pokemon Red and Blue and their follow-ups Gold and Silver were straight up jerks, all of them since have been much more friendlier towards you, particularly Hau and Lily from Pokemon Sun and Moon, both of whom frequently give you items and help you along. During our recent interview with Pokemon director Junichi Masuda, we asked why it seems like the series is shying away from being rivals in the earlier games. Rivals from the earlier games. They wanted to ask, okay, so why are all the rivals suddenly friendly? I think the biggest flaw of X and Y was that there was like 18 rivals and they were all just, we're best friends! Like, besides that, X and Y, pinch emoji games. But yeah, the the rivals from X and Y were horrendous. You've got big hair ginger man, fat man that dances, Shauna, I think. I don't even know. There's there's 4 rivals. 18 was a bit of an exaggeration, but rivals. Anyways, I think the biggest reasons why rivals were more of a jerk in the early days is because we were limited in what we could express with the pixel graphics. There's not much that you can do with those kind of little sprites on screen, so we worked harder to characterize them through dialogue and give them certain personalities. Also, because it's just dialogue and there's not a whole lot going on the screen, it doesn't give as harsh of an impression, even if they are jerks, I think. Now we have HD graphics and visuals are much more impressive. If you also made him a jerk, the impression would be a lot stronger on players. Another thing, just my own personal take, is that it feels that people with those kind of personalities these days are just not as accepted by players as they were back then. So yeah, that's basically what he said. I guess I basically want to discuss that. I don't know if I'm when it comes to rivals in Pokemon games are important to me. I think they're super cool, but I don't necessarily want them to be mean. I just don't want them to be I guess overly happy and positive all the time. I don't know, listen, you look at me, I'm an edgelord, okay? But, I'm trying to word this properly. This convenient YouTube thumbnail has all of the Pokemon rivals. We've got Blue, Silver, Brendan and May, Wally, Barry, the Unova people, Sharon and Bianca, Hugh, Callum and Serena, Shauna, X and Y has so many rivals, good god. Then we got Hau and Gladion. So yeah, there's been a good amount of Pokemon rivals, and I guess when it comes to my favorites, I love Blue. Not because he's a jerk. I don't know. I just he's just, I guess it's probably just because he's the original. He's got such a cool team, and his battle theme is amazing. That's the reason why I like blue. I'm a big fan of silver as well, because silver has character development. Charon is another amazing rival. He's not mean, but he grows. He changes. He becomes a gym leader in Black and White 2. Like, I want more rivals like that, you know? Wally, he's another cool rival. I guess he kind of, you teach him how to catch Pokemon, then, next thing you know, you're battling him outside of Victory Road. Like, he grows alongside you, and I think he's asthmatic. I think that's the whole thing behind Wally, is that he's got asthma. I mean, I have asthma, so, I'm relatable, whatever. He's one of the best rivals, and he's not a jerk at all. He's just over the top. Like, I think we start seeing the shift in the bottom half here. I mean, I think Hugh has probably one of the best rival designs, but the entire game, from what I can remember, he kind of just cries about his sister's Pokemon being stolen, which is, it's sad. I feel like he's a wasted opportunity. And then from then onwards, all the rivals, I don't hate how, I think basically what's happened here is X and Y and Sun and Moon went a bit overboard with the super over-the-top friendly rivals. They gave us Gladion. Sun and Moon did give us Gladion. Gladion was definitely a very good rival. Gladion was a nice change of pace. And I think, Pokemon games, they haven't been making, like, the last, I guess, mean rival we've had was Silver. So, like for me, I don't think rivals being a jerk is what would make a good rival, but I don't think rivals being super over-the-top friendly makes a good rival either. So this rival that we're getting in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, I'm probably not going to like him very much. He's probably going to be boring, and I'm just going to forget about him. But the memorable rivals to me are the ones that, I guess, grow, and they learn, and they change over time. Like Charon, like I said. Gladion is amazing. I love Gladion. I love Silver and Blue. Barry's cool as well. Wally, of course. I think those are my general favorite rivals. I don't really care about any of the others that much, which, it's meant to be your in-game person. You're kind of like going up, but then maybe Pokemon just don't think rivals are that important anymore, because online is a massive thing, and you can be rivals with your IRL friends rather than the in-game rival. Maybe they don't think in-game rivals are as necessary or as important, which, that's a very fair argument, I guess. I'm rivals with my IRL friends, in terms of, like, playing through the game, I guess. So why do I need an in-game rival when I've got IRL friends that are rivals? So for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, I'm not gonna think too deep about it. I don't even know the rival's name. I just remember when they were advertising it. Let me have a look. Here, I'm just gonna type it in. Look. Meet your friendly rival. Like, I know they're trying to push this towards kids so bad, but his design, he kind of, honestly, if you showed me, like, if I didn't know anything about, like, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and you're like, oh yeah, this is one of the trainer classes. This is like an NPC. I guess rivals are NPC. But you know what I mean? If they just told me, oh yeah, this is just a trainer class. This is youngster. This is youngster Joey. I'd believe it. He's so boring. He's so I really am looking forward to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but the rival has no impact on me. Like, I remember, I know these are old. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee is essentially a remake of Pokemon Yellow, whatever. It's like Pokemon Yellow reimagined into HD. So kids nowadays can, enter their way into the Pokemon franchise without being intimidated by 900 plus creatures. I get that. That's thumbs up emoji from me. But when it comes to new characters, like Sun and Moon had so many good characters. Like Lily looks amazing. Guzma, Plumeria, Gladion, How even looks super cool. There's so many characters that just look so cool. And I don't know, I just feel like this is a letdown. I don't know, I just he just looks like youngster Joey. Like, he doesn't, I don't know, I mean, I guess it's either we're complaining that he looks too plain or he looks too over the top. I guess you can't really please Pokemon fans. I don't hate him. It's just your friendly rival. To me, he just looks like a youngster Joey type character. He just looks like you'll see multiples of him because, you you know, like bird keepers, and you just like, oh, there's bird keeper Terry, there's bird keeper Toby, there's bird keeper David. There's like 16 different bird keepers, and they've all got the same 3D model. He looks like the same. He looks like there'll be multiple 3D models of him, but there's not, because apparently he's meant to be the main rival. I totally understand, I guess, where Junichi Masuda is coming from. You know, back in the day, it was just pixels, so like, to make them have a personality, you kind of had to make them over the top, because expression-wise, there was nothing. But that being said, I still think, like I don't, like I said, I don't necessarily want a rival that spits in my face and, you know, makes fun of me or whatever. But I would like, you know, more interesting rivals, like ones that grow, like N. I guess N's technically a rival, right? N was great. He massive personality based, driven character, like that, like, you know, he grew tremendously. He's another amazing rival. I guess, is he technically a rival? I don't know. Anyways, like, rival rant out of the way, I guess probably talk about something else. I'm sorry I got super into that. It completely just occurred to me that with that whole rival discussion thing, that I haven't actually went over master trainers at all. Like, I mean, I mentioned them, and I think the last video I made, I spoke about them briefly, but I didn't. There's a trailer came out, and I haven't even watched it. So that will then get onto the next. Okay, let's watch this. Haven't actually sat down and watched this yet. So, like I mentioned in my last video, master trainers have arrived. They are, I guess, just people that specialize in training one specific Pokemon, and to become the master trainer of that Pokemon, you have to train your own version of that Pokemon and find them and beat them up. So that's going to be an interesting grind, because of course it's going to be a pain to level up. Okay, so it's kind of like completing the Pokedex. The whole point of completing the Pokedex, you catch every single Pokemon, evolve them, get them all. You know, that's cool. But essentially, what you're gonna have to do for this is complete a living dex. And what a living dex is have one of each Pokemon. So you, rather than just owning a Bulbasaur evolved all the way to Venusaur and just owning that one Venusaur, you need to also then have a Bulbasaur and an Ivysaur. Because if you want to become the Ivysaur Pokemon master trainer or whatever, then you're gonna have to have an Ivysaur on you. This is after game stuff too. So if you have a Bulbasaur throughout your playthrough, you evolve it Venusaur, cool. You're gonna need to get another one to a Bulbasaur, and then I guess you could probably technically evolve that Bulbasaur into Ivysaur, and it probably wouldn't make a difference. Anyways, 151 trainers. Apparently, some of them will not ask you to battle, I think. Some of them are just going to ask you to do a task. I imagine that will be for master trainers like Metapod, Kakuna, Magikarp, maybe. I could be wrong. Because Metapod can learn offensive, it can learn tackle. I imagine maybe like Ditto, you know, Pokemon that can't exactly fight. I guess like Ditto versus Ditto just isn't happening. So I imagine they'll ask you to do some task to then become the Ditto master. Anyways, let's just continue watching this. Yeah, they use unexpected moves. I'm assuming that's like move tutor moves or whatever. No items. Well, yeah, there's no items in the game. One Pokemon, the ultimate duel. This is a really well put together trailer, I must admit. So yeah, from what we can see, these guys are both level 75. We don't know if it says game footage not final, so it might not be that you know, they might end up only being level 50, or you know, if every single Pokemon has to be level 75, this is going to be a massive grind. And strategically here, they might be not showing footage of these guys, because maybe Kabutops is only like level 50. You know, maybe certain Pokemon aren't that bad. This is, oh yeah, they use attacks that are good against, oh yeah, because Kabuto learns Absorb. So it uses Absorb against you. That's super cool. I've not actually watched this trailer yet, by the way. So that's super cool. You can you defeat each one? I'm assuming you can just keep reattempting. But yeah, basically it's kind of like a Pokemon Draft League format where you have to counter team. But you're doing it in like a 1v1 format, and you're just counter teaming the same Pokemon. So it's kind of like what me and Patters did. Me and Patters did Scrafty versus Pangoro. We counter teamed each other, and claim every title. I will definitely be doing this. This is definitely something I think I will be streaming. I will definitely be. I'm going to do this. I'm going to become a master of every single Pokemon. I'm doing it. It looks amazing. I'm very excited for it. But that brings me on to what I wanted to show you guys on Cerebi. So basically, one of the screenshots from Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, there was something very unusual. Charizard, usually at level 75, has a maximum hit point of 272. But in this screenshot, his maximum hit points at level 75 was 320. So he has 8, 28, plus 20, 48 hit points higher than what a typical, like if you max out a Charizard's HP, max IV, max 252 HP, at level 75, the highest Charizard's HP can go is 272. But in this screenshot, it has 320. So either there's just a mistake in the screenshot, or you can do something with candy. This is what Cerebi thinks. As revealed earlier this year, the game features a different kind of training of Pokemon, replacing earning of effort values with getting point values from using various candy. This indicates that these candy values are going to be working a lot differently than past games. As seen in our effort exclusive playthrough last month, each candy gives at least 1 stat point increase regardless of the level. Basically, the thought process is, like, the reason I haven't really covered this much and spoke about this much is because it does kind of confuse me a little bit. From what I imagine, like, it's either a mistake, which I guess I doubt, or each candy you can go higher than, you know, like the whole effort training. The highest you can go in one individual stat is 252 HP, and that's the highest you can go. Maybe they're just gonna completely rework how stats and IVs work, because as it stands right now, we don't have Hidden Power Fairy, because if you transfer, like, if they can't change the IV system, because Hidden Power is based on IVs, and if you change the IV system, someone that bred for a Hidden Power Ice Sceptile, once they transfer it into the new games, it would, if they change the IV system, it would go to like Hidden Power Dark or Hidden Power Ghost or Hidden Power Dragon or something that person didn't spend, you know, someone spent hours trying to get the Hidden Power Ice. Maybe they're reworking the whole system. Maybe they're reworking how it works. Maybe they're going to make it so in future games you can choose your Hidden Power. Like, you know, that's just a thought off the top of my head. It's super cool to see that potentially there is some sort of like candy system going on. Like, basically what I'm gathering from like all of this stuff is that they want the game to be, they just want Pokemon to be more approachable. Like, for, you know, like we all know, let's not even lie, for Sun and Moon, VGC battling, most people just gen in their Pokemon. I'm guilty. And it's just because it's more convenient. But I can't lie when I say I would love it if they made it so easy to get a competitive team ready. Like, even if it was like, you know, rental Pokemon. I know they had like that feature in Sun and Moon, but that was a bit, it wasn't a very good attempt at it. If they had like a Pokemon Showdown simulator on like Gen 8 games where you can just slap together a Pokemon team and just battle with, I guess, the simulation, that would be super cool too. But I mean, I guess the whole point of Pokemon is to capture and collect everything, so you'd want to probably use your own Pokemon. I don't think they would ever do that, because I think they would like you to use your own Pokemon. But there's so much. This video is kind of a mess. I'm sorry. I'm kind of just getting my thoughts and everything out of there. But from what I'm gathering, and if it is going in this direction, I'm happy with it. They don't want Pokemon players to just think that in order to compete in competitive battling, they have to breed. They probably want people to catch a Pokemon. Like, say they catch a shiny Caterpie. They're like, oh, you want to use that shiny Butterfree in VGC? Use these candies, and you can make it as good as it potentially can be. Like, there's no, I don't think they're going to want to limit the potential of Pokemon. I mean, you're going to have to maybe work harder to make your shiny Butterfree good, you know, rather, you know, versus a perfect IV bred one. But like, they want the game to be accessible. They want everybody to be able to play it and compete at the same level. Obviously, there's not going to be much competitive battling and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but I think that's the right direction to go in. I think in terms of like competitive battling when it comes to Gen 8, like, I think this is the right direction to go. I think they've got a good idea. Obviously, I want items to come back, and obviously, I want abilities to come back, because there's no abilities in these games either. But I think Let's Go is starting off on the right foot, and I don't know. You guys are very well, like, you can easily just disagree with me if you want, but I'm excited for these games, and I'm excited to see how they influence Generation 8. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think everything's gonna be okay. Please, just have more faith in the Pokemon Company. There's so many people that are just like, oh, but this is bad, and this is bad, and this is bad. The game's not out yet, okay? This is all just speculation and discussion, but like, the game isn't out yet. I try to be as positive as I can. I've already expressed my concerns with the game, but I think it's gonna do great. I think it's gonna be awesome fun. It might not do great for my YouTube channel, because people aren't interested in watching it, and people are still determined that it is a side game. but I'm gonna have good fun with it. And the fact it integrates with Pokemon Go, one of my favorite games to play right now. I love Pokemon Go. I am not addicted. I am addicted. Niantic, please just Niantic, pay me to play this game for a living. I will do it. I would play Pokemon Go for a living in a heartbeat. I love this game so. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this video was a bit of a mess. I wanted to sit down. For me right now, this is 37 minutes of recording. So whatever it's cut down into, be appreciative, because I've been here for a long time just sitting down talking. I love Pokemon, I'm passionate about it, and hopefully you appreciate all my thoughts and opinions. Let me know your own thoughts and opinions and everything I spoke about today. If you like these type of city down videos where I just sit down and just ramble, then leave a like and let me know, because I enjoy doing them, and I want to get more personal with my YouTube channel. You might have noticed a bit more face cam. It's because I'm not as, I guess, I don't hate how I look as much anymore. I'm starting to think I am a snack, as the kids say nowadays. So I'm starting to get more comfortable in front of the camera, and I think having a face to look at is a bit more, I don't know, it's got a bit more value than just not. So sorry for rambling. Catch you guys in the next video tomorrow, which should be another bootleg video. I know I've been doing them a lot, but I kind of just want to get them out of the way while I'm still in the mood to do them.